These three numbers shifted in the spring Texas housing market this month, and it is important to take note of these if you're thinking about buying or selling. Hi, I'm Sarah Gongora, a broker associate who specializes in selling spring Texas real estate. Each month, I break down exactly what's happening in the market so you can make smarter decisions whether buying or selling. The first number we're going to talk about is inventory. Inventory is the number of homes that are on market. And in the past few weeks, we are starting to see an uptick in our inventory in the spring Texas area. This is typical for our spring market. And a good ratio I like to look at is the homes that are coming on market and those that are going under contract for the week. And I like to see a good balance, close number of those coming on and those going under contract, because that shows that we have about an equal amount of buyers and sellers at that time. Whenever we start to see a gap between the two, maybe more listings coming on market or more that are going under contract, then we can start to say, hey, either the buyers are having more leverage or the sellers are having more leverage. Obviously, the more listings that are on market means that the more leverage goes to the buyer. If there are fewer listings on market, then the leverage goes to the seller. Overall, in the past year, we've had more weeks of more listings coming on market than buyers going under contract. So we've seen a little uptick also in the number of listings because this ratio has been a little bit further apart than what we have seen in the past. And so we've seen buyers getting that leverage, rightfully so, because the sellers were having their day in the sun for a few years, and now it's kind of transitioning a little bit more over to the buyers. The second number we're going to pay close attention to is the median home sales price. And in spring Texas, we have seen overall this number soften somewhat in a lot of our markets. Do know that entry-level homes versus your luxury market versus mid-price homes, they all perform very differently. So while our median home prices may have softened a little bit, that does not mean that everywhere has, and it does not mean necessarily for your neighborhood. So understanding your neighborhood numbers are going to be key to whether you're buying or selling. The third number we're going to watch is days on market. And what we know about days on market is that the longer a home sits on market, the more negotiating room typically a buyer has. And the quicker a home sells, the more leverage the seller has and the stronger demand there is for that type of home. In spring Texas right now, homes that are well prepared, well priced, well positioned are still moving rather quickly. However, we do know that buyers have more options out there and are more selective in what they're choosing. So what does this mean for buyers? Well, honestly, buyers tend to have a little bit more negotiation room these days, especially if the home's been on market for a little bit. So that is the good news for buyers. For sellers, strategy is more important than ever in this market. I will say that pricing right and presenting the home in the best light possible is the way to go to get the most amount of attention and the strongest offers up front. So I get this question all the time. Is it a good time to buy and sell in spring Texas right now? Well, it all depends on your timing, your neighborhood, your price point. But understanding these three numbers are going to be vital to your process. If you are curious about what your home would sell for in today's market, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always happy to help. And if you want to stay up to date on the spring Texas real estate market, be sure to subscribe so you can stay in the loop.